All right, we back at it. Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, live at the Fab Factory Studios.
Shout out to Fab Factory Studios. Love to our family. We got more family in the building.
This is real family, right?
Yes.
We were talking about a second ago, man. 10 years. We did the first interview.
For real?
With Jake and Papa inside my living room, man. The first homegrown interview with Jake and Papa. 10 I want to say 10 years. Was it 10 plus?
Had to be. I think it was 2012. So
2012, yeah. 10 years, man.
Damn.
Jake and Papa.
We need new friends.
And we in the 818 too.
Great when they let people know, man.
Yes, sir.
When you have friends, when you have family that's evolving, you know, things have changed in your lives over the years, man. But you're still singing. You still got that shit going. And you're evolving with the careers, man. Tattoos and Blues 2 out right now.
Yes, it is.
Congratulations on that, first and foremost.
Thank you, brothers.
We talk about family, and I love how you guys started the album with Moms, man.
Yes.
That's Moms, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I met their mom.
Moms dropping
Yes.
balls.
I met moms at the show.
Hey,
I met your moms at the show, and I think we took
too.
And your grandma,
Yep.
and I think I took a picture with it, but I don't got the picture.
Hey.
I don't got
I got to look
Where's
for
the
it.
I think his mom got the picture on her phone because I was looking through the pictures because I was gonna post.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, where the picture of mom?
I'm gonna find it.
But you know how you just hand somebody the phone and you don't know which phone they took it on.
Yeah.
But your mom was hella what?
Yeah.
What you saying?
What are you talking about?
You said your mom, their mom's got the picture?
Careful.
In their phone.
Yeah, please be careful.
What are you talking about?
You said what he said. He said, yeah, no, I ain't got the picture, but mom's got it.
I'm just saying they moms was hella cool.
like their mom's got
And grandma was cool too.
Y'all just got a tattoo
We just got
together.
matching
Yes, we
tattoos,
did.
mom and grandma. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
that was
okay.
deep.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead.
Was this a part of the album promo?
Just roll out.
Hey, that's powerful.
Hey, this is how God just be working. We just happened to schedule a family vacation in New Orleans. So we went to New Orleans. Our grandma's mom is from New Orleans originally. We never all been there together. So that was our first time going. Ate a grip. One of the last days there, I just sent the family group chat. I'm like, we should all get matching tats. Mind you, our mom's kind of been talking about getting tattoos for like a couple years, hasn't done it yet. Our grandma been talking shit about tattoos.
Like, I ain't gonna do it.
Why do y'all do
So
that?
is this
Y'all
your
marking
grandma's
up your
first
body.
tattoo?
Yeah.
This your grandma's first
Our
tattoo?
mom's first tattoo too, yeah.
Word.
Yeah, so I sent it to the group chat just like, just playing.
Yeah.
They responded. My grandma responded. She was like, I'm with it.
First of all, hold on, let's stop right there. Let's salute to grandma in the group chat.
Right.
Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause my grandma before she passed, she didn't know how to work a phone or nothing. Like
She be emojis
Going
and all
up.
that.
Your grandma do
Bit
emojis?
Bit emojis. She be sending me.
Bitmoji? Do she got her own?
Yeah, it looked like
Oh, that's wild. Your grandma what, 40?
times two.
Really?
Yeah. Just
That's
got
a
our first
blessing.
Tattoo at 80.
Yeah,
for
Bookie
sure.
said that was his first 80-year-old.
Shout out to Bookie, yeah. So we went, we set the date to go. We all wanted to get the fleur de lis, and we all got it.
So what was it that you saw that you was like, okay, let me just send it to them? Because I would assume that a tattoo at first or something you think about like that would be something, obviously it's personal, but what made you say, let me send it to the group chat and see what the hell they respond?
So me and Jake started a tradition years back. Like when we go to a new place, we go and get tatted. You know what I'm saying? So we've missed a couple cities, but we've done that several times. So I don't know. It was just a thought.
Wait. Because you don't seem to have as nearly as many tattoos as this nigga.
Are you crazy?
No, I'm just saying because
Bro,
you know
my legs tatted, my whole arm is tatted, my chest, side, stomach. I got tatted.
Okay, so how many?
This is more visible, that's why.
He's
Yeah,
always got his shirt off.
that's you right.
I gotta get my sit-ups together.
The perception is Jake got more tattoos.
Right, here we go.
Because you always peel it out.
Bro, why do we wear clothes? It's stupid. Like,
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
is.
Don't be that guy though.
Really?
Why do we wear clothes? If you look like me, you would understand. I like donuts, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Touche.
I'm not trying to be walking around like Robo nigga, like you. You know what I'm saying?
I got a couple neighborhood donut spots that know me very well. I just want to shout them out.
They should know, man.
So wait. Let me ask you a question though. Have you always been in shape your whole life?
I'm gonna be completely honest, and I'm gonna give credit where it's due. I started training because when our dad got out, he came over our house and we was playing cards for push-ups. So we was playing Tonk for push-up. And he was like, yeah, loser got to do 10 push-ups. And I remember just feeling weird that it was hard for me to do 10 push-ups. I didn't like the fact that it was hard. So I forgot how old I was, but ever since then, I started tripping. And in middle school, high school, I started doing like 500 push-ups, 500 sit-ups a day.
How many push-ups can you do now?
I don't even know, man. Now it's more spiritual than anything. I don't be like.
Just give me a number, nigga.
I
Fuck.
honestly don't.
But listen, you doing all the Janae Aiko shit right now. Don't do all the Erykah Badu shit. Just tell me.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest, we probably get tired of counting before he finished.
Get out of
How
here.
many do you think you can do?
The last time, okay, there was a challenge me and my homie were doing to see if we could do 100 in a minute, and we both did it.
No.
That's
How
the
many
last
can you
time.
do without stopping? Just guess.
Shit, that kind of hurt. So I'm gonna be safe and say like,
Without stopping, how many? You don't have to do them fast.
can I do the little hold? Just
Yes.
wait? Okay, I'll say like 150, 200.
Without stopping.
Yeah, I'll try tonight and see. I'll text you.
So you can do like 150, 200 push-ups, and
That's not too bad.
That's not bad.
I was gonna be like,
Hey,
oh,
low
me
key,
too.
I'm like, yo,
I can fuck with that.
I did 150 today in 50 increments, but I mean,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
in 50 increments.
Yeah,
I know I'm
think
good
it's
for like 60 straight.
yeah, straight,
like
cool.
I probably could do like 15, 20.
Yeah, about to
Yeah.
say,
For real?
that sound on brand.
Fuck that.
That sound on
That's
brand.
on brand. Okay, so it's the same thing for like sit-ups, crunches and shit,
I
or
don't do sit-ups anymore, man, because I don't like the way it feels.
I thought it was
laying
me
down
too.
and just doing that over and over again. I used to do it back in the day, and I remember I hated it the most, and I still did it, but I just didn't like it. So I like more like fun stuff. I don't like boring work. Like after years and years of doing it, you get really tired of regular stuff. So I like to have fun. I like leg lifts. I like dancing. I like a lot of fun stuff for abs.
he's giving me like real Omarion vibes right there. Like,
I heard he's a great guy.
so look, I'm talking about your
he's a
whole
great
thing.
guy.
Listen, when's the last time you seen Jake just lose his shit? I'm talking about like lose his shit.
Why did I really have that down? That's one of my questions.
Real shit. I just want to know because you be too peaceful and calm.
If he did lose it was probably on me.
Yo,
He don't lose it. He don't.
Yeah.
You ain't never seen him lose it.
Like, what do you say? What do you think losing it is?
When's the last time Jake lost his shit?
literally. The last question.
Come on, synchronicity.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
fire, dog. Damn, y'all are a dream
On
team for real.
everything. On
What
everything.
is losing your
That's
shit?
fire.
Losing your okay.
Acting out of character. Something.
Nah,
that-
fuck that.
Nah.
Last time you see him raise his voice, use profanity,
I mean,
and
that's not really losing your shit though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Nah, nah.
regular shit.
Yeah.
He can do that in the workout.
Yeah, I do that.
No,
a lot.
when is the last time like you like acted out of character? It was like, yo, that's not me.
Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna be honest with you. It doesn't happen because I be praying it does. Because
you want to see it.
so I can say, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was one time we was at a New Year's party, and I'm always the one tripping. They're always like, "You gotta chill, blah, blah."
Calm down.
right?" So we
Yeah,
was at
Pop
a
is
New
the
Year's
hothead for
party.
sure.
We was at a New Year's party, and we was like spread out across the room. Jake was like sitting by the piano doing his Jake shit. I was like against the wall with my girl, chilling.
Yeah.
And I look over, and I guess some girl had sat down next to Jake, some girl he didn't know, and was talking to him, and the girl had a nigga. So the nigga walked up, and like, what did he do? He did something like he hit your hat or something like that, or he just got real close to you, and you was sitting down, and I just seen Jake look back. He's like,
I don't even know.
I was like, that was my moment.
Yeah. You were supposed to lose your shit.
No, that was my moment.
Oh, to go in.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
because everybody loves Jake.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Like those are the moments I live for. Fuck with Jake, you're gonna
Right.
die.
but I'm just okay.
Well, I'll answer as straightforward as possible by saying this: is every time I feel like I'm about to lose my shit, I really look at it as a test. I be really feeling like, oh, the devil came like this today. Oh, man, okay.
I ain't seen this test
I'll tell
before.
you, this is the closest it got, bro. I train at a park. I love calisthenics. I train at this park. This park is like my safe haven, you know? Really peaceful place. And I go and I meditate and I with my workout. And I don't want to say anything racist, but the night before I had heard something in a lecture about a very specific demographic of people. And the next morning, first thing in the morning, I'm getting out, and I had a dog back then, so I'm getting out, and my dog is out. I'm loading up my wagon to get all my stuff in. And my dog is a puppy, so he's like likes to jump on people, sniff people. And this kid walks by, and my dog sniffs him. And the dad comes up right behind him, and he like panics, thinking that my dog bit the kid. And the dad was he's like, "Son, are you okay? You okay?" And he looks at me and he scowls at me. I was like, "Oh man, it's okay. Like my dog was just smelling, you know." And he was looking at me, scowling. He was like, "You okay, son?" He's looking at me. I was like, dude, it's like first thing in the morning. And my automatic inclination was to say, dude, your son's okay. Like, fuck off, you know? Like, leave me alone. And he kept coming towards me, like tormenting me with just dark energy. And I was like, oh, bet. I just listened to this last night. The devil's coming like this morning. It's not even this dude's fault. It's just, he's a conduit for something to test me. So I'm like, man, it's go away.
See, I look at it a little different.
Yeah, we know.
I look at it like that's his son's lesson to see his daddy get his ass whooped over some shit he shouldn't have been
That would be
doing.
incredible.
You know what I'm saying? His son needed to see that lesson that day.
Yeah.
Like you just don't be stepping to people the
I
wrong
just,
way.
I, you know what? I strive to get there because I definitely have lost my shit at some point. I don't see Chuck losing shit too much either.
I mean, the last
I'm
time,
really calm too, but
I'll say the last time when I got this scar right here, the last time I really
okay, let's do that.
the last
Zoom the
time,
scar now.
I don't regret it at all because the only reason I did what I did was because it escalated to the point of the guy swinging on Cheyenne, and I don't, you know, so I'm in Miami.
Oh yeah.
He was like,
Wait. Okay, so wait. What happened?
So we're in Miami. We're on South Beach, and we're filming a show, and we're like down the street waiting for them to call action so we could walk up to the scene. And the camera crew is down there, and we see like weird stuff going on. Like it's a circle, and like one guy being real weird, like calamitous, just fucking with people. And our brother Jared was like, "Yo, something's going on down there. What the hell's going on?" So we run down there, and there's basically a dude tormenting the camera crew. And the camera's like really expensive equipment. The dude is like pushing the camera, smudging people. I think he touched one of the girls or something.
Just being an asshole.
Yeah, just being drunk and stupid, you know? And so our cousin Donnie is, you know, one of them ones who sets it off, you know? He's a great guy. But he literally whispered in Grady's ear, he's like, I'm about to stick this nigga. He was like, Donnie, no. You know, like
Donnie, no.
Donnie, no.
Donnie, no. Yeah, that was convincing. Donnie, no.
Please don't. Please don't stick him. Please don't stick him.
But he did, and then it turned to, you know, and I was just gonna mind my business, man. But the dude started tripping, and he swung on Cheyenne, and so I was like, okay, I feel like this is a proper time to release
my shit.
Yeah,
To release, to purge.
That was probably the last time I really saw him lose his
How
shit.
many years ago was this?
That was
That
a
was a
minute
long
ago.
time.
Okay, so when you purged, like, what does that look like? Does that look like
it was pretty dark stuff, man.
pretty dark stuff?
I didn't catch one. When I came back to, I was like, oh man, this motherfucker caught me. I was like,
So you went somewhere else mentally?
No, I did.
Did he?
Yeah.
You went somewhere else mentally?
Yeah, because that's when I first started studying Muay Thai. I love combat and martial arts. It's been a big part of my life. And I first started studying Muay Thai back then. And I wasn't under the responsibility of it yet. I was more so like, oh, I have this new stuff. I want to try it, you know? And when I did it, it's just the sight of it, like, dude, it just looked, you don't feel really good after doing shit like that.
Hey, bro, listen.
It feels great during it.
Listen.
But that's what sparring is for. We
Okay,
can
so
throw
look, let me
hands,
break this
man.
down for you. Okay, I worry about people like you, and the reason why I worry about people like you, it like I'll talk about this even with women, and we can get into some R&B shit. But with women, I'm not tripping about the rah-rah and the ratchets. I'm worried about the holistic the women that can be charging their crib. I love these types of eccentric weirdo women. I love them.
Wonderful.
They burning their Palo Santo sticks and meditating.
Yeah,
But
morning
here's
affirmations.
here's the question that I'll be asking, right? You doing that much work to center yourself. What demons are you suppressing? You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
It's a tyrant in there trying to get out.
And then I will say this too, is it could be a situation where someone's suppressing demons, or what God are you building? Because when it's time for me to release, I'm not calling on lower vibration. I'm calling on something that's a little more powerful. So that to me is where it starts getting fun. It's like, who are you really summoning when you're releasing? That's when it gets fun.
I don't want to fuck with him. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm glad we in good graces.
Hey, nigga don't want no smoke. Nigga don't want no smoke. Hey, R&B, hey, don't fuck with your R&B niggas.
Please don't.
Just leave, come to the show, buy a ticket, get a t-shirt, and go home.
T-shirt, just go home.
I want to get back into the album. We talked about moms opening up, and just throughout the whole album, moms dropping gems. Was that something that you presented to her? Like, yo, we got this idea. This is what we want you to do, or was it? Because honestly, it sounds like a documentary, and I don't know if it's something that you grabbed from that. Or,
Yeah, so we actually we're building a documentary. So we was at her shop. She'd been doing hair our whole lives. She's incredible hairdresser. So we were just asking her questions about certain things while she was doing our sister's hair. I think Jake was in the background sweeping up. And then, so when it came time for Tattoos and Blues 2, we just felt like some of those excerpts were real fitting. You know, we wanted people to get the game we've been getting our whole lives, you know, so we took like, I think it was like 4 or 5 excerpts and put it on there.
There's a lot more though.
Yeah,
man.
we
Trying
got
to figure
more,
out what to
for
do
sure.
with it.
Fitting though. Very
Deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah, deluxe. yeah.
When y'all decided to go with a sequel, was that already predetermined before y'all started recording? Because, well, I mean, was that already like, okay, we're gonna do a part 2?
Yeah, there was a part 2 that was actually being created a long time ago, and we ended up just coming across different vibrations for music, stuff that didn't really go with the original ideas, and so we put out something before 2 came out, you know, and slowly but surely it was a refinement process.
Because when normally, well, not normally, but I've heard that when artists record a sequel to a project, it usually be like, oh, we didn't use this sample for the first one, or we didn't use this one little like bar for the first one, so this is like the kind of like the car part that you use on the building a new car.
It's beautiful because what you do is, we saw a few people do this and we celebrate it all the time. The idea that you come with a sound that works, and when it's time for you to release again, you don't switch the shit up.
The only thing broke, don't fix it.
Why? Like, what you put out to the world is nourishing a lot of people and they want more of it. So just put more of it out. So we had a similar situation where we made Tattoos and Blues, the first one, a long time ago. But the vibrations, the colors, the energy, the subject matter, we were making music along those lines. And we want to share it with the world. And so when it didn't come out at the time it was supposed to come out, we just kept refining, adding new songs. And then before we knew it, we just had a good piece.
What does that? Where does that put you guys in a place of? You're right. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But where does that leave you in a place of like want to expand and try new things?
Oh, it's lit, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, brother, what a great segue.
What?
Hey, man, y'all really do this shit.
That's crazy.
Oh, you know, we purge. When it's time to release, we just.
Yeah. Hey, okay. You want to answer? Or me?
Go ahead.
Hey, man, life is great, bro. We created an album. We might have let y'all hear pieces of it before, but we created an album that we feel is going to be one of the best of all time. But we felt if we put it out now, it'd be premature. And so that album is very expensive in correlation to the music, or in contrast to what we just put out. And so what we had to do is take a step back. And a really smart dude one day in the talk, we was in the studio taking notes from this guy. He said, if you want to be successful, start with the big picture and then work backwards from the big picture. A lot of people be working towards it in a 5-year plan. That's stupid as hell. You guys start there and then work backwards. So that's what we did. I don't want to give too many details away, but that's kind of what we're in the process of doing right now.
Got you.
And when that drops, it's out of here.
So do you get upset? Well, I'm not gonna say upset. We talk about this all the time. When music comes out, right? The project drops, you know, Tattoos and Blues 2. Then people ask, when's the next one? When's the next? Whether it be the sequel, the trilogy or whatever, but does that often annoy you guys, or how do you feel about that? Because on one end, it's like the people are still thirsty for new music and want more, but at the same time, it's like, yo, why don't you live with what we already have out?
Yeah.
It definitely, it frustrates me a little bit for sure. Especially,
I spent 8 months on this.
bro, like shit, some of this music that we've had for like 5 years, you know what I'm saying? Like it's been a minute, and as independent artists, it's not that simple, you know what I'm saying? But you know, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
And like you said, it is a blessing that they want to hear more. So I think our job is just to continue to keep them fed with visuals or extra content, break the content down to micro content, and then, you know, give them a single here or whatever. But, you know, because it's all valid. They want new music. We're going to give them new music. But at the same time, appreciate this for now, because it's a lot. It's 14 songs on there. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't no 6-song EP. You know, so take some time.
Well, okay, I'm gonna push back because I don't know what the definition of a song is, but I know it has something to do with music. And you got the acapella on there.
Yeah.
It's called Numb, right? So is that so? First of all, that's dope. I haven't seen nobody really do that.
Hey, thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like that stood out to me
Yes.
when I was listening to the project. It came out. I ran it back recently again. But when it came, I'm like, oh, that was an interesting choice to throw an acapella in there. Like, let's spar a little bit, right? Let's showcase our ability with know nothing, because a lot of people can't do that. Was that the thought process behind it? Like, let's flex a little bit, or
no? It's just more so that's like our foundation. Like growing up singing with our family, like we all sang a cappella. You know, we all got a part, 4-part harmony. Somebody take the lead. So our first 3 projects, I think we always had an acapella on there. Somehow we just, I don't know, we just stopped doing it.
You just stopped doing it, because I know that y'all was doing it, but then I was like, oh, that's why I said that's interesting.
You hearing it again.
Yeah, you hearing the acapella.
Yeah, so it's just, you know, there's a lot of different sides of us. You know what I'm saying? So we can't always showcase everything. So we pick certain times that it makes the most sense. So we just felt like this project, it just made sense to give them one. And also, what people don't know, we started building songs off of acapella. So I think once we started doing that, we stopped putting, like our song Hotel Lobby started acapella. I laid oohs and ahs, and we did the lead, and we was listening to it acapella for a little bit, and then we built the beat around it.
Word.
Yeah, Numb was actually supposed to be that.
Yeah.
So wait, okay, so is this the process normally for most of y'all songs? Y'all start with acapella, and then
I like to do that for sure.
Word.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of
Tattoos and
sense,
Blues,
actually.
the song Tattoos and Blues started like that too.
That's the last song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of similarities or a lot of differences when it comes to the creating process?
I think the more we grow as men, the more we refine our personal process, but it all extends from the same foundation for sure. Like that's the fun part, is we both have the same roots, and it's like just different branches on the tree. Because now I started getting into different stuff just the more I grew spiritually. I started changing my process a lot.
Yeah.
And then I know, you know, I used to like writing songs while I walk my dog, but I don't have a dog anymore. So it's just like life changes, and, you know. So this is a refinement process of trying to perfect the concept of you hearing something in your head and trying to pull it out as efficiently as possible. It's like really difficult, you know.
Yeah.
So you just find different things.
I know for me, I had we were always taught to, it has to be big, it's gotta be big, it's gotta be big. So almost to a fault, I was always trying to make sure the art was just high quality, everything.
Masterpiece.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I just got so tired of the beats people were sending.
You
know what I'm saying? I was just like,
this shit that people send sometimes is like,
I was like, damn, that's what you think of me?
Right. It's like sitting there like, wait a minute.
He always, why you tripping? This what you think of me? No, nigga, I just sent you some beats, brother. It's not war, bro.
It's just like we got a specific vision that we try to carve out. You
can't send no little ting beats.
They be sending the honky tonk.
Yeah.
So that's how I really started laying. I started laying the oohs and ahs and like the chord progressions and everything.
Yeah, so if y'all won't do
and
it,
I send it to a producer like,
yeah.
this is what I'm trying to do.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And then add them drums, I really, Quiet as Kept should have been taking producer credit for a lot of these songs, but I like working hand in hand with the great producers that we work with, and it's not really that deep.
But it's also refined your process too.
Yeah, for sure.
And helps you step up as a producer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you take the good with the bad. It's like if they sending you some messed up beats or the production isn't there, it's helping your process in terms of like refining it.
And I had to learn myself too, because there's certain things that we do now, like a producer will send a beat and the format may not be what I really like, so I'll change the format a little bit, or we'll slow it down or speed it up, or we'll ask for the key to go up or down. I didn't even think about that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? So now we got a little bit more room to wiggle, you know?
What's a comfortable space to be in? Higher tempo or lower tempo? Is there a comfortable space?
It's like all of it. It's like just depends though. Like there's like it be feeling like sometimes there's like a message that you get and it's like planted in your head, and it's like you have to extrapolate it to the best of your ability. And sometimes it calls for an up tempo, a mid. Sometimes you gotta start a cappella. I remember one time I was itching for a vibey mid, and I was going through my cappella. I probably went through 200 beats. I was like, these people suck. Like I can't find anything. Jesus
Where's
Christ.
the body mid?
What is going on, bro?
Don't send me no mid. I need the vibey mid.
And then it's like you do want to just make it, because it's like we can produce, but it's like I don't want to do that right now. I just want to focus on the singing part.
Yeah.
And then finally I hit him like, yo, you did anything that Ferg beat? Please, goddamn, I'm itching. Like, got me something. I was in my house
calling me.
like, come on. And it ended up, now it's like one of my favorite songs. But it just depends on whatever is calling on you at that time.
Gotcha. So there's nothing like there's no like stepping out of your comfort zone in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, you step outside of it. I think the stepping outside of your comfort zone comes from you get a message. Let's say I perceive that message from God. I think that I get a message from God. It's like, you need to write a song about this. I'm like, okay. You want me to write a song about a skunk in the trunk? How the hell am I gonna go? That's the uncomfortable part, is how am I gonna go about doing that, you know? And then how am I gonna go about doing it in with respect to our brand? And then how am I gonna
Because that's important too.
It is.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to just be out here talking, you know?
Yeah.
And then it's like, how am I going to respect
So you can
myself
always
as
go
a man
solo.
in the brand?
I'm playing.
Hey.
I'm fucking with you.
It's like the
All
fun,
right, Chuck. I'm fucking with you.
the fun part is, it's like Jake and Papa stand for this, stand for that. We do a lot of different kinds of music. It's like, how can we do all this music without compromising the brand?
Yeah.
And it works every time. It's just, you know.
The reason why I bring that up is because that's one thing that I appreciated about you guys. And it's for, you know, we, again, 10 years in, we know each other before that, but
Yeah.
locking in 10 years. And I know that question probably comes up sometimes as far as, okay, well, when are you going to do some shit? Or when are you going to, I love the fact that you guys have said, nah, it's Jake and Papa. You said, I wonder about the brand, like how it's good to hear that you guys, no matter however you grow or do different things, you're still concentrating on the brand at hand and making sure that, we moving as a unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's, that I appreciate that about you.
Yeah,
So,
there's something here that God needed to happen. And it's our responsibility to make it happen. And I think a lot of people be going solo. We had brothers who left, you know? It's like I'm not saying this about them specifically.
please, let's clarify.
Yeah, no. And even if it
Family
does,
group
like,
chat is gonna be up.
I literally don't care.
They're not in it.
But I say that to say that I think a lot of people do the solo thing because it's hard for people to work with people. And it's easier to just be with yourself and treat yourself good and do what you want to do, and nobody say, yo, that verse is actually kind of whack. Like, it's so much easier to just put out your own, just do your own shit.
Wow.
Like, he's gonna be real with me. He's like, I actually don't really like that song.
That's
I
what's up.
had to re-real him the other day. I was like, damn, I tried to come up with some verses to that beat, I can't, you know. But that's the beauty of evolution. Like, it just the sound keeps evolving because we keep evolving in respect to the brand, and we just keep expanding.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that about y'all too. Like, as far as like, I don't never see y'all lash out, do criticism. I don't ever see you like, you don't respond to like negativity in that way. Like, it's really like, no, we just put out our art and we promote our shit, do our shows, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's dope.
Hey,
a lot of
thank you.
people don't do that.
Thank you.
Well, no, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm gonna give you a credit publicly.
Okay.
Because we had a very rough conversation one time. And to your credit, you was like, yep, all right, fuck it, I'm great, I'm gonna be great, let's do it. Whatever, like, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate, I actually told I forgot who I told about that, but I actually really appreciated that conversation that we had.
Oh man, me too.
Like that was like,
Here's the thing, bro. Like, I feel like we've created this wall around ourselves to where we're so self-sustained, people don't feel like we need nothing.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And we pretty much are self-sustained out of necessity. Yeah. We had to figure it out. But it doesn't mean we don't like to work with other people. It don't mean that we don't like constructive criticism. I welcome all of it.
yeah.
What I do know, and that some people may not know yet, is I got the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I'm not walking around aimlessly. I know exactly what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean I know everything.
Fact, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm always open to different perspectives, and people got idea. Hey, I got this idea. I love shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to figuring it all out on our own. That shit is exhausting. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciated that conversation because I'm not used to people giving a fuck enough to say, yo, I think maybe y'all should try this. You know what I'm saying? That's fire.
I think a lot of times though, because I taught myself, because I'm the asshole, right? He's the nice guy, I'm the asshole. So I taught myself not to say nothing because it's like, oh, it's an unsolicited opinion, right? And so when you just call a nigga and be like, man, this is how you fucking up. You want to win? You got, like, you know what I'm saying? You are really dope. But nobody give a fuck, or like whatever it is, whatever the conversation is, right? Like whatever you say, those things, it's like nobody asked you for your opinion, nigga. Why are you calling me? I'm with my family, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's Thanksgiving.
I try to keep that in mind, but it's like I do care,
Yes,
and
man.
I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I care when I feel like the people that I fuck with are like great.
Yeah.
man.
and they should be
It's more of a responsibility. Like, yo,
Exactly.
we gotta push each other to be greater. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah, that's
I get
beautiful.
that's probably right.
But I know that stance of being perceived as an asshole. So sometimes your constructive criticism may not be taken the best. Like I feel like Jake could say something to somebody in our family and they'll be like,
Take the
oh
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah, Jake, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, oh, this nigga tripping again. So sometimes I'll be like, man, fuck it, go on, fuck it.
Right.
Go ahead, fuck it, go ahead, do it.
But it is, I do feel that responsibility because I don't really, going back to the solo conversation, like I want to make it with my people. That's success to me. You know what I'm saying? So even
too.
if we not doing music together, or if we doing fashion, or if we not working directly together, but working in the business together. So I want to see y'all win too. If I feel like there's some information that I have that you don't necessarily have, I'm gonna give that to you. I feel like I'm not doing my responsibility. I'm not, doing my job as your friend or as your whatever you want to call it. If I don't do that, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I feel that.
And there's not enough people like that in the world.
Now there's some information I don't have. I think you got the information. I don't got it.
What?
So talk to us about the fashion, even more the fashion.
Oh man,
You got some merch. I don't have.
I got
no
a
merch.
T-shirt.
Damn.
Real one.
record.
Crazy.
I got 2 teams.
Hey,
on
Petty
there for
Chuck.
sale.
You know what I'm saying? I'll take
Hold
whatever.
on.
Go ahead.
You need to hear this. I brought 2 T-shirts for you. Somebody told me you were XL. They
lied to you?
I'm not gonna put him on
They
blast
say
like
even
that.
in the gym, bro.
It wasn't me, nigga.
It was like, oh yeah, he like his T-shirts.
It was
big. I'm like,
salads.
okay, that's kind of big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the bus at? Throw that in there.
Perfectly good bus
I got you,
coming.
though, bro. It's coming.
But no, talk to us about the fashion. And I know we talked about it last time, but kind of expand on it a little bit more. You know how folks can support that and the vision behind that, and where you want to see that go as well.
So the brand started going back even further just for me designing, period. I just love clothes. I always just like getting dressed. I don't really gotta be doing much. I like getting dressed. And we was broke, had photo shoots and videos, and people was charging too much for their clothes. I'm like, I can figure out a way to make this, you know what I'm saying? So, or I'll go to thrift shop and fix some shit up. So we had a tape called The Rose Tape in 2018. It came time to do some merch. So I was like, yeah, let's design some merch, and it started going crazy at the shows. People started getting the phrase tatted, and we just started elevating it, just like the music. Yeah. It's just another way for us to offer just our perspective, He has fitness and the healing and all of that, and we have the music and we have the fashion. We have a lot of things that we offer.
For people that don't know, tell them.
Rose worldwide. Rose stands for Real One Still Exists.
Gotcha.
So anybody who lives on respect, integrity, love, and loyalty, that's one of our T's right there. This hat is one of ours. I just got to a point, it was like 2014 when I came up with this phrase. And I don't want to be like talking about I'm a real one and all that, but there are certain things that I stand on. And I wasn't seeing that no more. Like the internet, it's people, they call it clout chasing or trolling for likes.
So very wild place.
It's just corny, bro. Like I just don't come from that, And so I started saying that to myself. Real One Still Exists. Real One Still Exists. It's all good. Keep being who you are, because they're trying to make you feel weird for being, authentic. I'm like, they're not finna make me feel weird. So I started saying that, and then it just turned into a lifestyle. So I want people out there who stand on respect, integrity, love, and loyalty, and maybe they don't feel seen or represented. Roses for you.
Real One Still Exists.
I love the fact that you use something as a negative and turn it into a positive, because again, the internet is a wild place, like you were saying, and some people don't know how to utilize that, especially in the entertainment business. You're gonna have to learn how to use this. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's here. It's a tool. You have to figure it out, and I like the way that you figured it out, because sometimes people don't realize like that you can, and it's like, okay, well, you can sit here and complain about whatever situation it is, but you turned it made it a business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's a part of the brand. So I salute you on that.
Have you ever thought about doing like being a stylist for different people? Because I remember we had what's the dude from the UK?
Junior Choi.
Junior Choi. We had Junior Choi on the show, and he's extremely into fashion. And I asked him like, who would he give fashion tips to and stuff like that as far as being a stylist. Have you ever thought about that?
You know what? I have artist homies that hit me and say, yo, I'm doing this. Can you help me with a fit? And I'll help them. But overall, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I can tell you how to dress or tell you how to dress. I just know how to dress me. and I know that people steal my swag. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want to put myself in a position where I can say, yeah, you should wear this or you should wear this because my style is my style. You know.
But so could you style Jake?
If he wanted me to, I could pull out some pieces that I feel would look good on him, but I'm not gonna say I think you should wear this. No, because his style he has a unique style. You know.
Right. So have you ever saw like somebody and be like, oh, I could have styled him better than that?
Nah.
No. So you don't think about it like that. As far as externally,
I would look at him and be like, I would have done something different. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, damn, that feel kind of trash. You know what I'm saying?
So this is the negative. Okay.
No, it's just like I just, to me, it's just a form of expression. You know what I'm saying? So
whose style do you respect?
That's a good question. Tiana Taylor, really great style. Kendrick, really dope style. There's a lot of weirdos out here.
Stuff is getting.
So
Yeah,
when you
it's
saw,
weird.
let's say when you
I
saw
like Offset too. Offset dope.
Offset. When you saw, because I think Kendrick was just in Paris, right? And he had, I forgot the jacket or whatever the fit was, right? When you see something like that, it's like, oh, okay, salute. I like the way that looked.
You know what? What I love the most is just people just taking chances, making moments, because I feel like music is only going to take you so far.
Got it.
The artists that I feel like we see transition into icons are the people who are willing to take chances with fashion or who get up there and do a little choreography. Like, look at Cardi B, bro. Yeah. Like, everybody do trap music. You know what I'm saying? But she could throw on a ball gown. She can get on stage and do some choreography. Like, she's not scared to do the things necessary to deliver a great show.
Right.
That's why she's a superstar and she will be an icon, you know? And I think that's what separates. I love that. I won't look at it and be like I think I know what you're talking about with the K-Dot shit. I'm not necessarily gonna look at it and be like, oh, I wish I wore that. But I'd be like, damn, I fuck with that because you took the chance and that's a moment. You know?
And the only reason why I ask that is because we even see, for example, like Ye with the boots or just whatever his fashion status is. So you rock with the boots.
I fuck with the boots.
Okay.
So is there such thing as a big jacket?
like a oversized jacket?
Yeah.
Or,
is that like a thing?
This is pretty much an oversized jacket.
Really?
Kinda, yeah. It's not really form fitting.
I don't know nothing about fashion, so
you have to take his hand.
What's a form fitted jacket like?
Like a jacket that is like your exact size. Like I'm probably a 44 regular. You know what I'm saying? So a jacket probably should fit a little tighter on the sleeves and hug my body a little bit more. But I like an oversized look.
See, a jacket you would wear like that, but not a suit.
No, I wouldn't wear a suit.
Suit's got to be a little.
So that's another thing. When it's time for, like, I'm not a nigga who's gonna show up. No offense. I'm not a nigga who's gonna show up on a red carpet with a suit and tennis shoes. Like, I hate that.
Got it.
Yeah, that's me.
If you're gonna wear a suit, wear a suit.
You're not gonna wear a suit, so.
Well, I know, but
you're not gonna wear a suit at all.
I'm gonna wear a blazer.
Certain people like that's a thing. Like I'm gonna wear my J's with my suit. I'm like, you ain't never been nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like dress for the occasion.
Yeah.
So okay, let's talk about it. Dress codes.
Go ahead.
When you say dress for the occasion, right?
He don't believe in dress codes.
And I know that. So
well, he know that,
but you gotta know how I look at clothing. So it's the same with singing. I'm not gonna get on a ballot and start rap singing. It's not what it's called for. You know what I'm saying? Some ballots maybe.
But I said, what if you're doing something?
You say you appreciate people taking chances.
Taking a chance.
That's not a chance.
I'm gonna wear the J's on the red carpet with the suit.
But that's not a chance.
I'm taking a chance.
You're dumbing it down.
It's like K-Dot's jacket.
Nah,
so what's the difference between dumbing
what
it
you
down
mean?
and taking a chance? That's a really good point. What's the difference between perceiving it as dumbing it down?
If it's been done 50 million times, it's not like taking a chance. Okay. We've all seen that. We've all seen every 12th grader go to the prom with J's on with their tuxedo. You know what I'm saying? It's not a chance no more.
So, if I wore house shoes, that's not.
You put the D-Bones on.
Okay.
Like, hey, now you're.
You fuck with that?
But it's been done before.
You fuck with that?
I don't know if I see nobody do that.
So if I wear the house shoes, I'm taking a chance. I don't look stupid. I'm taking a chance.
Not necessarily taking a chance, and I'm not the end all be all.
I'm just asking. You better than me. I'm not
the end all be all for fashion. It's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the West, so if I seen like Pharrell went to the Oscars and he had like a black suit on, but there were shorts. I'm like, that shit's hard. Some people looked at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Right? I thought it was dope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he still looked clean cut, but he was Pharrell. He's Skateboard Pete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it fits him too.
Yeah, like if somebody else did that, I'd probably be like, bro, what are you doing?
You ain't gonna see head on the red carpet.
So it's like you gotta do what's best for you. That is your thing. It's on brand for you to wear your blazer with no buttons and your t-shirt underneath. Like whatever.
It sounds kind of condescending.
Yeah.
Your blade.
What if I wear it with the yay boots?
If you did it,
Yeah.
I'd be like, what the fuck is Head doing?
Hey, that's what he gonna call and have an uncomfortable conversation with you. Like, hey,
Yeah.
you making us look bad, bro.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Okay, so no yay boots. All right, that's fine. The state of R&B. What are y'all thoughts on that? Jake, you can start because you laughing, but the state of R&B. It don't have to be artist specific, but Puff came out and said, I'm gonna bring R&B back, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody's like, R&B is dead. As an R&B artist with real talent and vocals, like, how do y'all perceive that? What do you?
I think that there's a lot of beautiful music out, man. Like we've been really consistent listening to and working with really amazing R&B artists for a while, and I think that I think it's great marketing. I think it's great marketing.
You think it's all marketing?
I think it's wonderful marketing because if you're making an R&B album and you're going to get a bunch of dope R&B singers out that are making a lot of money, performing all the time, putting out music all the time, then you know that it's a very relevant genre. It's just I think that there was a degraded moment of R&B, a perverse moment of R&B when people saw what was making money, and then there were a lot of people still making great R&B at that time. It just wasn't on the forefront all the time. And I don't even want to venerate us like that. We were doing it, of course, but there's Kenyon Dixon, there's Alex Isley, there's her, there's Scenario. There's people who've been doing R&B music for a while successfully. I think it's a genre that people can't live without.
Really?
Yeah, I think R&B speaks to your soul in a sensual way that humans need in order to tap into their emotions properly to live a full life. Mm-hmm. And even if they don't know that consciously, they know at some point they're gonna have to put on some goddamn Isley Brothers if they want to feel human, So I like listening to everything. We can listen to country, we can listen to healing sounds in 432 hertz, and we can listen to our Fleetwood Mac. It's like, all that's great. At one point, you're gonna want to feel sensual. You're gonna want to feel embraced and hugged by the song. And that's when you put on some Teddy Pendergrass. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay. Pop.
That's it.
That. Do you not? You don't never feel away when you hear people say that?
Not really anymore, bro. It's like
It used to bother you.
I just always felt like people are just gonna talk. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a weird analogy because I'm not about to sit out here like I'm a super gangster tough guy. But like when you go to jail and niggas is barking on the yard, it don't mean nothing until somebody says it directly to you. So a bunch of people talking about R&B, whatever. What does that got to do with me? Are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Are you saying Jake and Papa don't do R&B music? Until somebody says that, I really don't give a fuck what niggas are talking about.
Got you.
A lot of that.
What about as far as like from a standpoint of a performer, right? Because I've been to many Jake and Papa shows.
Hey.
It's never the same experience. It's always a different experience every time I go. Whether it's like it's a lot of women there, but that's great. I love
Queens.
that. But every time it feel like y'all bring the energy, y'all bring you leave it all on the stage. Do you think that part is people? Like that part,
now that's different.
The stage
Yes,
performance component of R&B is something that people are lackluster because we saw the verses, we all saw that shit. So like those types of things. What?
Oh, you can zoom in on his face.
Yeah, we all saw the verses and shit. So you talk about like when you start talking about R&B, most people think like somebody's standing there with a microphone and a stand, and it's like, bro, that's
a different conversation because that's not just R&B, that's show business, period. Because really, there's pop artists who are lackluster on stage. There's rappers who are lackluster on stage too. We just happen to come from a different school. We
Showmanship.
We were taught that from a young age. I'm talking about 4 and 5 years old. Like we couldn't be on stage looking like we would rather be somewhere else. Like that's just not where we come from. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely say that that's kind of missing. I really value a good stage show. I just going back to K-Dot, I went to his tour.
Yeah.
And watching his evolution, because I was at the music box when they passed the torch to him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Watching how he is on stage, like his little gesture movements and all that, I'm like, this nigga worked on his show. I don't know if everybody else look at it the same way, but I'm like, you can tell when someone really takes their time, rehearses, works on who they are, their identity on stage, because who you are walking down the street, that's different. You know what I'm saying? And I really respect that, you know? So that's definitely missing.
That's definitely
Yeah.
missing from the game.
Yeah.
For
Do you
sure.
think that would bring? Do you think that the stage presence influences the music, or you think it's the vice versa?
I think that as a fan of somebody, you buy into both, and you feel like you need to experience both.
You talking about from the artist perspective or the fan?
From the artist perspective,
From an artist perspective, that's
because you could be
that's-
sorry, not to cut you
yeah.
off, but you could be like y'all could work on a song in the studio all
Yeah.
day, but then when it comes to performing that like let's say for R&B, I'm speaking from the an outside perspective. I don't sing, so I don't know, but I would assume that you would need a lot of breath control. You would need your wind up, which is why y'all work out and shit. More so than a rap, because you can have fill-ins and shit. If you in the middle of a run, you can't just take a pause and breathe, right? So I would assume like when you recording songs, if you doing a crazy run or a crazy ballad, nigga, you have to factor in like I have to
pull
really
this off.
perform this in the booth because I'm gonna have to really perform this on the stage.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Otherwise, your shit gonna be fucked up.
So a lot of moments that I know I created on songs was me wanting that moment. Like coming from a school where I listened to Stevie Wonder and he held a note out for like 15 seconds.
Man.
And I was like, I need a song where I do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not punking out. I got to do it. So if you listen to Tattoos and Blues, the song at the end, I held out that note. It's like 12 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So I knew, I'm like, took a few takes.
I got it.
You know what I'm saying? It took a few takes. But I'm like, I know if I do it, if I'm able to do it on the mic, by the time I do it, even if it takes me 50 times, by the time I get to stage, I'll be able to do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I put myself in situations and challenge myself to where I know if I do it here, I'm going to have to do it there. You know, I'm not afraid to practice. You know what I'm saying? So I'll practice it until I get it right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's an extension. You know, it's all in me already. It's just stuff that I don't necessarily do all the time. You just have to put yourself in a situation where it forces you to deliver.
I remember. I remember talking to a couple of the homies as far as their artists, and one of the homies said he write his best songs in the shower.
Same.
Another homie said he wrote his hit record on the toilet. What's the most random place that y'all written a song? Or it could be together or separate.
That's wonderful, man.
Aside from walking the dog.
I mean, there was something about walking the dog, bro.
So have you been picking shit up?
Yeah.
And come up with
because you can't stop.
Can't get that.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, one of the craziest things about a song is if it comes in your head, you start singing it. If you stop, it's going to leave you so fast.
Wow.
So if he's shitting and I got to pick it up and you got a dog sometimes, you poke a hole in the bag on accident, it's like, God damn. All types of shit happen. You better keep singing that song.
Keep singing
That
that.
idea gonna leave you and go to Ty Dolla $ign. He gonna
You gonna be hot.
Oh, because you want to pick up some shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that.
You got some shit on your thumb.
You gotta walk around home like this.
So you saying walking the dog?
I'm gonna say walking the dog, even though I
You
don't
never
have-
like did it like nowhere else.
Yeah, all the time. There was one that happened the other day, man. It comes in your mind randomly, right? You just start singing and it's like, okay, that's the loop. Okay, it's the foundation for a song that I just sent them today. It's a cappella. So there's nothing guiding me. If I lose this melody, it's gone forever. There's no beat, nothing guiding me. So I'm just walking, I'm trying to cook. And the homie's trying to talk to me while I'm cooking. He's not understanding. So I just keep humming. I gotta be rude and just hum over this motherfucker's word. And I'm trying to cook these eggs and mushrooms and like hand in hand. Like, bro, please. I can't put no headphones on and tune it out. I can't do nothing.
You
but
gotta
just
act
keep
in
singing.
that moment, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that for that reason though. Specifically, It's like I don't care how many people are in the room, what's important on the TV. I don't know if you stop singing, it's gonna leave. So while I'm cooking these eggs, I'm gonna just keep going. To this day, I don't know what he was talking about.
Got you.
You had a melody to get out.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a person who writes in the shower.
In the shower.
Most of my songs come in the shower, just from humming.
He one of them niggas who use all the hot water.
Man.
That's me.
The sky high.
That's me. I used to drive Uber, so I was writing songs in the Uber for sure. Like
While people was in the car?
yeah, it's like people, somebody in the, because you never know when the inspiration is gonna hit, you know, and you looking at directions, you on the freeway, it's 30 minutes left in this ride, and I got this melody. I'm like, I can't not. I don't want them to see me grabbing my phone. I'm trying to be polite and everything, so I just grab the phone and start. Excuse me. Oh no, it's good. I had to get it out.
Has anybody ever said anything? Like,
I've done that a few times.
you know, like, oh man, that sounds kind of good.
But I can hum just enough to where I can get it in a phone, but they can't hear it, but they just hear something. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fire.
Gotta get it out, man. That's like the most frustrating thing. The song might end up whack, but if you
just
lose
gotta get
it,
that idea, that's worse.
it feels like the worst thing ever, man.
That's
like,
actually very interesting. So, you'd rather not put a song out, but get an idea out and it sound horrible than not even recording or doing possibly
it's
losing.
tormenting.
Wow.
Because at least if it turns out whack, you still gain something. But when you lose it, dog, it happens all the time. I'll tell you when you lose it the worst, when you get a melody in your sleep. You just like, I'll remember it in the morning. And you wake up, it's like this blank canvas right here.
Yep.
You said, damn.
Every time.
You gotta wake up and voice note that shit. Every time you gotta voice note it. It just happens all day, man.
Wow.
That's very interesting.
Has anybody ever, well, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to.
I already know where this is going.
Has anybody ever wanted to engage in physicality to your own music?
Oh yeah, it did. It works.
Why can't I answer that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do they want you to sing it?
Now that's tricky. I don't know if I can multitask to that degree.
That's what you have to ask him.
I'm there's my practice shit.
I don't think.
But yeah,
that's a little too R&B for me.
Is that weird though? Like to have that request?
Okay.
It came on shuffle, and it's like, what am I going to turn my shit? It felt.
No, I'm talking about singing. Like our music play all the time.
We know it's a soundtrack. But I'm saying.
No. I know y'all music will work. I don't do music, so I don't know.
I
But
really don't
we had
think
this
she's gonna like
conversation.
it. I really don't think she's gonna like it.
What?
This is you all in her ear.
Yeah, no.
And then you're moving. Like singing doesn't sound the same when you're moving.
Yeah.
When you're doing it. So you're like,
It's like those dance memes where you just hear the squeak.
yeah. And she's like, all right, not what I saw.
That's not what we see at the show.
Bro, I wanted it to sound like the show.
Hell no.
That's
you
like-
imagine? Oh, hell no.
But you haven't gotten a request to do that?
Nah.
No, not yet. That's a good one.
Hey,
Hopefully after they see this, it don't just start.
I would feel away if
request
someone
over
asked me that. That's a little, like I said, that's a little too R&B. I'm like, do I look like a nigga who's gonna do that? Stop, please.
So what about like people? So not necessarily why you getting down, but they don't want they. I know they ask you to sing to them.
Yeah.
Right? Like, oh, can you sing to me or sing me happy birthday? Whatever it is, right? Do y'all get tired of singing happy birthday?
I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think being the entertainment at gatherings as a singer is insanity. There's no other art form as a dancer and say, yo, you gonna do a contemporary dance for me? It's like, huh? I'm eating wings.
Right.
No comedians, and nobody has to
Right.
do this, right?
Well, no comedians. Comedians, people say, "Hey, tell a joke." If you're a comedian,
exactly-
that happens. But
Yeah,
you're right though.
But then, even then, they
And
be
that's
like,
yeah.
I had to tell the homegirl who was a waitress, right? They was like, oh yeah, my wedding's coming up or a funeral's coming up. We want y'all to say, first of all, I hate singing at funerals. Don't ask us to
literally
sing at a funeral,
insane,
please.
dog.
But I was just like, man, are you gonna go in there in this party and go clean up? You're a waitress, right?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Someone
a
wants you to
good
do that.
analogy. Yeah,
Like, why we gotta stop and sing everywhere? Hey,
Jigga Pop show.
Yeah.
So, but there was no connection to you, this person that had passed on, or was there a
Even when
connection
it
to the
is-
person?
Even what it is, it's I almost would rather it not be a connection. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because I'm just there as entertainment.
Yeah, because it's just like
Well, what is it? Is it request you or don't request you?
don't.
It don't.
Yeah, no.
It's like it's a weird
worst.
thing of feeling like because we used to have to do weird shows, man. Like
Mamas. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
we came up doing a lot of weird stuff. Like at one point, I remember we were performing specifically at bar mitzvahs, and it's like it doesn't feel good.
At a
Like
bar
you
mitzvah.
literally feel like you're just
The show.
Stephen Fetch it, and they
Dance,
out there-
nigga.
Yeah. it's like- and then what you're getting paid for it is like, whoa, like I don't know if that was worth it. So for me personally, it feels like you're being the entertainment again, and for something that's supposed to be not that. A funeral, maybe a wedding, dog, but a funeral.
I love that
Like,
perspective because I don't think I've ever heard anybody ask somebody that. As far
Singing
as
at a
like,
funeral?
no,
Oh.
about being the like, oh, can you sing us happy birthday? Like, because
Yeah.
that's just the natural thing that
Yeah.
everybody thinks because you know how to sing.
And I get it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't get mad. And I just recently changed my thoughts about weddings. It's like, now I kind of look at it as beautiful. Like, it's just y'all special moment and you want to hear the voice that you really love. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But as far as the funeral thing, it's just like, man, we're here to be sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could paint this whole celebration of life all we want to, but niggas is crying over there. And you want me to sing? No.
I love that. Hey man, I love that perspective. That's so good. Do you think that going forward, right? So if you all were to, let's say hypothetically speaking, if you were to perform and somebody wanted you to do a private party, do you still do the same show? Because I remember seeing this thing.
That's a good question.
I remember seeing this thing where I think J-Lo got paid like a stupid amount of money to perform for somebody overseas. And you stupid. And he's stupid. And she got a crazy amount of money to perform, but it was a private party. Might have been like 5 people there.
Interesting.
Ooh, that's different.
Well, look, I'm gonna just go back to.
But
what
they
our dad
paid
taught
her
us.
crazy.
Yeah, you get that bread. Our dad taught us, and we had a test of this one time. He said if you perform for 13 people the way you perform for 13,000 people, period. So when we're in there performing in the living room, it's just him there, and we're like, and we're like, and we used to perform in front of our posters on the wall. We said, hey, like we're just like really living in it, right? I'm gonna just say that that's the case. And there was one time we was performing, bro. We was tour support for somebody, and we were about to go. I forgot where we were, but we was like out in the middle of California somewhere, and it was a club full of people. They looked like very jubilant, good people, ready for a good time. And as soon as they said, okay, the artists before us went off. They did their thing. They went off. They're in the middle of the crowd, like having fun with all their people. They said, Jacob Papa's next. Jacob Papa to the stage. The dude did like this in the middle of the crowd and walked out, and every single person walked out with him.
Every single person.
And they were just standing outside. And the only person who stayed was the one girl who came, who's my homegirl. Shout out to Summer. She stayed.
Shout out to Summer. What up, Summer?
You a real one.
And it was a empty building, bro. And it was our turn to perform. So it was like, okay, Dad taught us this. What are we gonna do about it? And so we did it.
Someone got the performance
We got
of
some
their
rehearsal.
life.
We got some rehearsal. You know what I'm
And we
saying?
had a great time. So I'm gonna say if we can do that for that, I'll take a big check, you know.
Word.
So how do you not get discouraged in moments like that?
That's a great question, you know.
You do get a little discouraged.
Keep it real.
But I mean, to the point where it's like, man, fuck it,
Nah, I can't. Cause I wouldn't be happy. You know,
Gotcha.
I'd rather die. Not to get too dark, but it's just like this is what I love to do. You know, it really don't matter who's there. You know, like real talk.
Yeah.
And if you just look at stuff like that as tests, and I know I said it already, but tests in a refinement process, it's like a pop quiz. It's like, are you really on your shit or not? Are you really about this or not? Because we rehearse in empty buildings all the time. Our rehearsal is an empty building.
Facts.
So when we used to be in there looking at the mirrors and pretending I remember one of the best exercises we ever did was singing, standing right in front of a mirror, and James told us, don't break eye contact. Look at yourself the whole time and sing. Who are we singing for then?
Yeah.
So it's like you're really thinking about your why. I know for me it was my why. It's like I really like doing this. So I don't give a fuck who's in the crowd. It's like I really started having fun when I would just the first time I really, really, really like tapped into where I am now on stage was when we did South by Southwest. And I was like, I can't see them anyway. I'm just close my eyes and just enjoy myself. And now it's fun. So now I really be enjoying myself. It's like, I don't care who's out there, dog.
Would you rather, go ahead.
I just want to say too, because I see a lot of artists, like when the crowd's not fucking with them, they just walking back and forth. There's no eye contact. And it's like they need to know that people are fucking with them in order to have energy. It's the worst thing you can do. You got to have the energy first. There's been so many buildings that we went into. We didn't open up for Joe Moses and Ty and all sorts of people. Them people didn't come to see us. They don't know who we are. They just trying to get to the show. But
for Joe, they didn't even come to hear that type of music.
Exactly. We giving them R&B.
We want the ratchet shit
You
right
know what I'm saying?
now.
But I'm like, somebody's coming with me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to leave knowing who the fuck Jake and Papa is. You got to come with that energy. Otherwise, you're wasting your time.
Would y'all rather perform for 1 million people for free, or would you rather get $1 million to perform for one person?
I'd rather perform for 1 million people,
For free, for sure.
And I'm gonna like, man, like, I don't care if one person leaves there feeling like they saw God tonight. Like, we're gonna trip, bro. Because it's not really about the money. It's like we do it for free all the time. And we used to do it for, like, less. We used to pay to do it. At one point, we were paying to play, bro.
Sean Healy shows.
Shouts out to
Y'all
Sean
niggas
Healy.
know
Oh, shout out to Shawnee. We was at the
shows.
Key Club on some old paying to perform because we really just love doing it. Like, and then you really get to shine your light for real when you step into your purpose. Julian said something so dope the other day. He was like, yeah, it took y'all this long because the men y'all are now are the ones who need to be on a platform for the world. It's like, for sure, that's what I want us to give when we on that stage for a million people.
And now I think from a business aspect, how many people can we get in front of to then in turn give them this product?
Yeah.
If we on stage in front of 1 million people, at least 5% are coming with us. I'm confident
So you
enough.
walking away with something.
You know what I'm saying? So
What's up,
I feel
man?
that.
we got some bros, we got some music. You know what I'm saying? Jay got workouts at the park.
Yeah, we got
You trying to
something
pull
for
up.
y'all.
You know?
What's y'all go-to? This is we fit wrap up right now. What's y'all go-to album that's not R&B?
Ooh, I got a lot. Cause I listen to more rap than anything, to be honest. So it's a lot.
Real quick, shout out to y'all on Sway.
Hey,
That shit was
Hey,
fire.
man, thank you,
That shit
bro.
was
Thank you,
fire.
brother.
Thank you.
Shout out
you,
to
man.
Sway,
That was a
man.
good
Yeah,
time.
that was a really good look.
Man.
bucket list
Sure.
moment. You don't know how many times I done been practicing in the mirror. Like when I get on Sway, I'm finna tear these niggas up.
Man, and
I swear to God.
shout out to him for being such a genuine person. Like,
Super solid.
Absolutely.
such a solid person, man. We live for moments like that. That was so much fun.
Y'all showed up and showed out, man.
Thank
Y'all
you,
definitely
man.
did
Thank
that.
you. That was a good time.
And that's a different kind of pressure too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know y'all been interviewed, but it's like,
Yeah.
no. All right.
And then that specific situation, man, we was on the road running. We could not practice them verses. So it was just no time. So by the time we sat down, I was like, I don't even know if I know this verse for real. We just gonna have some fun, dog.
Yeah. But it goes
And-
back to having fun.
Yeah, if you just be yourself, it was a good time, man.
Yo.
Good time.
Go to album that's not R&B.
Oh man.
Just give me one or two.
I mean, the first one that's popping into my head is Victory Lap.
Word.
It's like I put that on like on Sundays and Mondays. It's always one of those 2 days, just to be lifted up, just to get some game, you know. Or I'll go back and watch his interviews, but for sure, Victory Lap.
Man, there's a lot, but I'm gonna just I'm gonna say Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. Kind of
Okay.
Blue has got me through a lot of shit. Kind of Blue. Or Battle Los Angeles by Rage Against the Machine.
Word.
Yeah. Rage. Rage makes you feel like you're not crazy.
Or
Or that you are crazy. There's a lot of other crazy.
yeah, you're not alone in the crazy. You know what I'm saying? It just what's normal if everybody's crazy?
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Message.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely, bro.
You talk about vision, right? You got to speak about that. So we're going to get to the manifestation part, right? A year from now, the year can't end without Jake and Papa doing what? What's that thing that you got? What's that next thing when it comes to the vision that you
Has to be accomplished within a year.
It has to be accomplished within a year, though.
JP Experience.
What is that?
Explain
Mm.
I don't want to give too much away, but there's a trifecta of things that you get from Jake and Papa, and I want to bring it to an experience live, whether it be one day or a weekend, and I want to start with LA.
Yes.
I like that.
Ooh, I'm gonna say that because it's gonna be crazy, man. We'll tell y'all when the cameras are off,
Yeah.
man. This shit is gonna be powerful. I'm gonna say that too. JP
Experience.
Experience. Yeah.
I want to end off with another just quote from Moms, man. She mentioned this, and for you, Pop, I know this resonates, but also just in general, she said, keeping my daughters from being raped and my boys from getting killed, man. Now, that statement alone already hits, but as a parent, talk about that, how that feels, and making sure you're upholding that same thing. Because when you hear it before, it's like, okay, yeah, you're right. But then when you look at your daughter, you know what I mean? When I look at my son, I think of the same things. Like, okay, it's a crazy ass world to win,
Man, bro.
And we got little humans, we got our mini us's that we have to make sure that they're viable human beings, man. How does that line hit now? You know, just hearing
Crazy. First of all, since I become a parent, I've become so emotional, dog. I never used to be like this. I'll be watching TV or I hear about something happening to a kid and I just be like,
Facts, no,
I
for
gotta
sure.
take a minute.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like it hits me harder. But I'm also a parent who doesn't like. I don't get super scared. I don't get super sheltering. I feel like my job is to give her as much game and knowledge as I can to prepare her.
Yeah.
I know what's out there. You know what I'm saying? I know what the possibilities and all that. But if I don't give her the game to be able to maneuver through those situations, I haven't done my job. So a lot of times I applaud her independence. I let her do things. Like she likes holding my hand, but when we go into the store, I let go of her hand purposely. Just to see what she's gonna do. Is she gonna drift off? You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna stay by my side, or I'm always gonna be right there. I just want to know how she can conduct herself. You know what I'm saying? So
That's not a scary thing though for you, because I remember him
is.
talking about when his son was going on at the park, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
I had to
do you let him? Do you let
to
him?
let go and let him actually play? Because it's like, yo, you have to figure it out on your own.
You have
I'm
to.
not around. You know what I mean? But at the same time, when you're there, you're like, ooh, shit, you can gotta hide.
Yeah.
You know what? From experience, my mom's the greatest mom in the world. But looking back as a man, I feel like there was certain things that she held on a little too tight. And I bumped my head harder because of it. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things we need to know when we go outside. And if you shelter and hold me a little too tight, I'm not going to be able to learn. So,
Especially black men.
yeah, you know, like certain things that she tried to shelter me from, I had to get into anyway, you know? And I wasn't as savvy and I had to figure it out. So I'd rather her know now,
Yeah.
Facts.
you know?
That's what's up.
Right. So what would you tell the Jake and Papa 10 years ago? Like you had to transform, go back. What advice would you give them? You know, just in general, career, life, all that.
I would just say know yourself. Man, I would say, dude, just know yourself and like celebrate in knowing yourself. There's infinite possibility when you just know yourself. And by knowing yourself, it's like the whole line. Like, do you really know yourself? And then once you know yourself, create from that. It's like, oh, man.
Could you be with a big girl?
Sure, yeah. Now, how big are we talking?
Big.
Unhealthy, obese.
Yes.
I think that the tricky thing about that is that a lot of times people's bodies are reflective of characteristics that I probably wouldn't be attracted to. Like consistency.
I gotta use that.
That's good.
That nigga said. You said what?
Characteristics.
Characteristic, reflective.
What he enjoys.
I'll watch the tape back. I'm gonna write that.
Yeah.
I need that one.
I mean, that's facts though.
that
'cause
was good.
I think
I
I
fuck
said
with
we had a conversation about this. It was like, when we look at people with abs, or you know, we put them on a pedestal, or they're on the cover of magazines. Is it just because of their body, or are we thinking about their dedication, or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Their
Oh, that's a good point.
You know, being responsible and all of that. I'm attracted to that. Like, damn, you really set a goal for yourself, and you really do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't come from a family that's supposed to look like this.
Man, hell no.
I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You see me. You know what I'm saying? So like when you see his discipline, I be looking at him like, damn, bro, like I need to get like, dude. You know?
But you know all that it
Thank
takes
you,
to
man.
do that. As
Yeah,
well.
it's a lot. It's
Yeah.
not easy.
So when the last time you just ate a pint of ice cream?
Well, that's that. I got a Randy's gift card in my pocket right now. I always make. At one point, I found myself going down a road that was so strict and militant that I wasn't enjoying life, and I caught myself. Did I catch myself? Somebody caught me, and it caught me at the perfect time. And so I always make it a point. This is always remind myself, is on my deathbed, what am I going to be grateful for? I'm never going to be on my deathbed like, I'm so grateful I never ate that donut. Grateful I got these
abs.
I never had
shit. Touch it, bro.
There's no way I'm going to celebrate that. I'm going to be like, yo, man, I had a good time.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
want. That's what I want. I think as the older I get, I'm starting to value that more. So I'm
Yeah.
starting to let myself go.
Nah, but at
Well,
the same
it-
time, there's a fine.
Yeah.
Well, there's a fine line,
What?
because-
I'm starting to let myself go.
Nah,
Well, this-
Good, buddy.
We gonna have an intervention, man. We're going to talk off camera. Damn
What you
all that.
mean?
The only reason I say it's good to be consistent in your in being healthy is because that plays a huge role in your spiritual process, and your spiritual process plays a huge role in you having a better time. I have such a good time.
Me too, but I eat ice cream. And I
have
eat
my
you
ice
do
cream
too.
here and there. Look,
Should be clouding you, bro.
bro, literally.
Well, now I switched to vegan ice cream now. I found a little spot.
You gotta bless us with that spot.
We talk.
But look,
We
I'm gonna
talk.
say this. This is important, bro. My meditations all year have been crazy. Visceral, visual. They go 2 to 5 hours sometimes. Like lit, bro. Lit. Right? I can tap in whenever I want. It's just a great time. I have a great time. I'm literally looking forward to going home and like getting good meditation. After Thanksgiving, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I ate horribly. Right? My meditation sucked.
Oh, so
I
you
didn't
realized
see
you wasn't
shit.
tapped in. Wow.
I didn't see shit. It was like a cloudy barrier stopping. So it's
I
just
be
something to
feeling- I
consider.
be feeling like that sometimes.
And I
I'm not
don't
gonna hold you.
regret
Hey, bro,
one
you
bite.
said a cloudy barrier.
Yeah.
Clouds bring rain, and rain water the plants, and plants grow.
Amen.
And you can eat
Hey,
them
I got a
motherfuckers.
question for y'all before we get
Amen.
up out of here.
Amen.
Y'all in the trenches with this shit on a different side. How do you feel about the state of R&B, and what do you want to get? I know y'all hip hop fans, but I'm sure there's some R&B songs you like. You know, you fuck with Jake and Papa. So, what would you like to see from R&B?
I think it's just more or less the passion and dedication to me personally. Like I want to see people not, like you said, not give a fuck about the conversation, right? And really understand like there's gonna be waves of this shit, and there are those artists that you can tap into and find them. You know what I mean? Now, in terms of it being mainstream and all, that's a whole different conversation. But I just feel like to be honest, I would love to see more or less collaborations in terms of like
Amen. Wow.
genre what am I trying to say?
Genre fusions.
Infusions.
Yeah.
That's great.
Not infusion, just fusion.
Fusions. Genre fusions. I want to see core R&B.
Stand
I
on
would
what you do.
love to see that.
Yeah.
I may not necessarily be a fan of it, but I respect like, that's that shit.
Hey.
Because it's necessary, it's needed.
Yeah.
No different than how we feel about like West Coast hip hop. Yo, stand in your West Coast shit.
Yes, yes.
There's gonna be times where you collaborate and do different things and kind of go off a different beat. But where are you gonna
That
stand in your
shit.
solid your shit? So
Yeah.
with R&B, it's the same thing. Give it that R&B flavor and that feel. Sometimes you got to step away from the mainstream or step away from collaborations in that sense of trying to like blend everything together. It's needed and I appreciate it, but the standalone is what I kind of feel like
Yes, sir.
I would love to see.
Yes, sir.
I would like to see more diversity in the R&B genre because I feel like that.
So the opposite of what he just said.
Yeah, well, not the opposite, but a different perspective, right? Because he's right as far as genre and fusing the two.
And I'm not saying don't elevate, because there's a way that you can evolve, right? Sorry, just want to put that in there too.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's not so much the genre fusing thing, but I feel like what, in my personal opinion, I think that what's hindered or held R&B back is the jam. Not the club song, not the ratchet song, the jam. The jam is what's missing in R&B, because if you think Puff, you think Teddy Riley, you think all of that type of shit. Faith Evans, I never knew.
Yeah.
And you think
Oh,
Soul
wow,
for
yeah.
Real.
Wow,
you
yeah.
think like me personally, I'm thinking Teddy Riley. I'm thinking New Jack Swing. I'm
Yep.
thinking, Belle Biv DeVoe. I'm thinking like those types. That wasn't quote unquote club music. Like that was more like bass type.
Yeah.
New Jack Swing, different things. So I think the spectrum of R&B got dwindled down to one or two things. You're doing ballads or you're doing radio songs, or you're doing ballads or you're doing turned up records.
Yeah.
The spectrum of R&B is wide, and I think that the more it got narrow is what made it constricted. And I think if you were to just throw it out and spread it out, like, and then you got some New Jack type records, you got some jams, you got even like, okay, we're not supposed to talk about R. Kelly, but that nigga made Happy People.
Absolutely.
Happy People was a fucking jam.
It was marvelous.
It's a jam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a club record. It's a jam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. That's
So like I think
that's
we're
great.
missing the jams, and that's what's hindering the genre, because everybody likes a jam.
Yes. Yes.
Everybody. You can be black, white, purple, Saudi. I don't give a
If
fuck.
Montel Jordan come on, nigga.
Man, this is how we do it.
This is how we do
fucking
it.
do it.
Then you got and then you could flip it and go the other way, and you got a song like even this is gonna, don't kill me. I know it's not an R&B record, but you have songs like Snoop, Sexual Seduction.
Yeah. Yeah.
That feel.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Robin Thicke with
Yep.
Blurred Lines.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Robin Thicke is a singer.
Yeah.
So I think it's the jams that are missing from the genre. And those are what that's what I would like to see more of.
For sure.
Oh, that's marvelous, man.
That's
That's
for sure.
gold, bro.
And I think to get back to the actual jams, we gotta, hold on, baby. Sorry. We gotta actually start having real fun. Not fake fun.
Facts.
Not
Not this fun.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not really having, like when we go to the club and I be looking around like, y'all niggas not really having fun.
No.
They was really having fun in the 80s.
Oh,
At least to me it looked like
And
it.
in the
There was
90s.
a lot of
cocaine,
cocaine
too.
The 90s.
Yeah, lots of
A
hell.
lot of
They
cocaine.
was up in there sweating and shit.
A lot of boogaloo.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
niggas will do a 10-second dance on TikTok. It's
Right.
all upper body, all arms. You're not really exuding any type of energy. You go to the club, you put your phone out, you
definitely
film the
not doing
bottle girls, and then that's it. Like you,
People sing along for the first
Or
10
even-
seconds.
Or even I was watching when I watched. It was just to me. It took me to a different place when I seen when Chris Brown released that footage of the Michael Jackson tribute he was gonna do.
we was robbed for sure.
Bro, we need that, bro. And so this is the thing, right? Chris Brown to me is one of them people who is a generational talent. And I've seen him with my own eyes. We was in Hawaii, we did a show, and I saw him step out of line. He had the choreography, he had dancers. I saw him step out of line on stage, do his own thing, walking back and forth, jump off the stage, jump in the crowd, fuck with the crowd. He never looked back. Fuck with the crowd. He went back. The dude pulled him back on stage. He stepped back in line and right back in the step with the with the dancers. And I was just like, oh, this nigga's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like I never seen no shit like that before. Like as far as like, and he never missed a note. He was doing runs. Like it was just incredible. And then to me, like when I saw the Michael Jackson shit, I was just like, this is the shit. Like it's a full, like what y'all was talking about. It's a full set. It's a full stage presence. It's wardrobe. It's
show business.
It's show business.
Yeah.
That's to me. That's the spectrum of what we miss.
Sure. Hell yeah.
Wow. Hey, man.
We like I said, when we found we can go on for a long
Yeah, for sure.
man. Tattoos and Blues 2 out right now.
Yes.
Go get that.
Please.
Best part of you. One of my. That's not my best part of you. My favorite Jake and Papa song thus far.
Hey,
Man, thank you.
Thank you,
And thank you
man.
for all the love you've been showing, Brooks,
real,
man.
man.
Come on, bro.
Appreciate
That
you.
shit is
Appreciate
love,
y'all.
man.
They ones, man.
Yes.
We definitely, I mean,
Thank you,
the
bro.
things that you guys said, we definitely trying to bring that. We
Yes.
always have the jam conversation. We have it amongst ourselves as a team. Like, we trying to bring the jams. We trying to bring that aspect where we standing on R&B shit. You listen to our song Promise. It's not like we just trying to do
Right.
R&B. We just trying to create those moments.
Yeah.
Because I feel like our generation's been robbed of those moments. For whatever reason. Shit has just gotten super. We've been comfortable with being mediocre as a society.
Yeah.
And I'm not going for it no
We're not-
more.
yeah,
We
yeah.
gonna get these big records. You gonna get this showmanship. You gonna get these fly ass clothes. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get all of
Let's
that.
do it.
Yes,
Greatness.
yes. Hey, man.
Real quick, shout out your what's the fitness company?
Oh, it's just me. It's just Shakim as Jake, you know. What happened, it just started from me working out and my homegirl saying, yo, I want to just follow you. I just want to mirror you. Like, don't pay no attention to me. And then before I know it, we was all out there getting it. So now it's like whenever I learn something new, I just give it to the homies. So
So what can they follow you at to get not only the music but that as well?
yeah, it's Shakim, Shekem, Shekem. And it's fitness, combat, it's spirituals, everything.
Oh man, Pop.
Close.
Real one still exists.
Real One still exists. At Real One still exists. The website is roseworldwide.net.
And Jake and Papa, man.
Yeah.
Jake and
yeah.
Papa, at Jake and Papa, man. You know.
Oh, we supposed to do the warm up and the run.
I'm not
with
doing
the
that shit.
shoes on, man. So
I'm not doing that.
it's Homegrown Radio, Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, our guys, Jake and Papa. Catch y'all next time.